Hey gun people, gonna do a few videos here. It's kind of nippy outside, and I figured I'd come in here and do a couple of I think I'm in there. Yeah. So God, it still looks like I'm kind of zoomed in kind of here. Oh, I guess that's as far as I can go. Maybe I have to move that back. All right. So few questions on a 38 versus 357. So, and I'm going to do I brought this one out because I have a laser here, and I don't know if you saw that flash. I'm going to do a video on lasers here in the next one. But I picked up this little 38 here. It's a TARS, $200 at a pawn shop. It had a little bit of rust on it, polish it up, looks nice. The difference between a 38 and a 357. Now, the rounds aren't that much different. So I'm going to pull, because this is a 38, and I'm just going to hold that here and show you the difference of this. This is a 38, this is a 357. Now the difference is in the casing length. If I put them equal right here, you can see the 357 is just a little bit longer, and that little bit of power increases the pressure a lot. I'm not sure of the specs, I didn't look it up, but a 357 is a much more powerful round than a 38. Although the bullets are the same, everything's the same about the bullet part, the casing is a little bit longer, and the casing is what holds the powder. And if I hold them equal, you can see just how much a 357 is a little bit bigger. So if you, I have quite a few 38s and 357s. So if you try to load, if you notice when you drop a bullet in a 38, it drops down and it's flush. It's very flush. If I try to drop a 357 round, a little bit taller in here, what happens is it does not go flush. So the manufacturers made it this way so you can't accidentally load a 357 round in a 38. So a lot of people are like, man, I've got an old gun, it doesn't say what it is, etc. If it holds a 357, maybe there were some old manufacturers that didn't set it up right to where it wouldn't do that, but most guns won't take a cartridge that's too big. So because this is a 38 and this is a 357 round, it stops and it won't go in. You notice the other round goes flush. 357 round does not go flush. Because of that little bit longer issue there, it won't. Get my laser gun out here and then reload my 38. So I like these little 5-shot 38 or 357s. I prefer a 357. You're normally going to pay $50 to $100 more if it's 357. But for $200, I kind of throw this a little bit of my throwdown gun. It's a small gun. I can throw it in the car. I can leave it in the garage. I can stick it in my back pocket. It's pretty small, and for $200, it just gives me an extra force option somewhere wherever I have this. So if I find a good deal on a gun, I normally try and pick it up if I can swing it for that month budget. So the other thing that I want to cover, since winter is coming, I've got a video on how to tie this thing. And it's, if I say it, somebody's going to say you said it wrong. Shemaugh, a scarf, tactical scarf, bandana, whatever you want to call them. They're comfortable and they keep my neck warm. So I like them. I'm going to move this up just a little bit because I think it's cutting my head off, and since I'm going to be doing this on the headshot. Okay, so the most common way that I like to tie these that's simple and easy, and there's a bunch of ways to tie it. And my most common way is you just get it in the triangle, you put it over your head to where it's equal, and then you just basically cross it in the front, and then you tie an overhand knot in the back. Pretty simple. And this is the way that I usually tie most of the time, because after I tie this, I slide it back and it just gives my neck scarf. I can wear a hat, I'm good to go. and it's really just around my neck, and it keeps all the stuff in the back, so it's not here blowing and interfering with when I'm doing something. So this is my most common way to wear this. Now, another good thing about this, that way that I tied that, is if you have a hat on, and around here, if you watch my videos, you know the damn wind blows 100 miles an hour all the time. When I have my hat on, and I don't want my hat blowing off, instead of having this around my neck, what I will do is I will put it right over my hat. And then to make it so there's not a little wind, I just kind of tuck these corners in right here. And now when I tie this down, I cross over, go in the back, do my overhand knot. All my flapping's in the back, but this holds my hat down. So now my hat's not going to go blowing off, and if a wind does catch it, it kind of adjusts it, this will hold it down on my head. Also, if I'm in a hot sun or I want sun protection, I can have my visor on my sun protection, and my hat, this will hold the hat down. But this will get a little warm around here. When you tie it like this, if I needed it over my mouth, I can pull this up to give me a little cover for temporary wind block. You know, if I want to pull both of them up, I could pull this one up a little bit, then pull this one up. Give me double wind block. It'll give me some protection from the wind, etc. There's a better tie if I want to tie my face, and I go over my other on how to tie these things, but these are my most two common ways to do it. Take my hat off, I slide it back down, and now it just keeps my neck warm. So I want to go with 357-38, and then just the two common ways, because winter's getting here, and I know a lot of people will wear these in the winter. I know I do, and want to cover those two topics. So now I'm going to do my laser video in the next video, because they had a big thing about people lasering airplanes. All right, we'll end that there.